intro song. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the
Yay.
Farcasters from Outer Space podcast. We have a new intro song. We have a little bit of a new background. We are finally in our space station. This is not our final space station though. This is a temporary space station. We still haven't worked out the kinks yet. You see, it's like a crappy space station, but yeah.
Mhm.
That's all we get for now. So welcome to the Farcaster space station. We are right now in the Andromeda sector, casting from there. So watch out for the lag. Yeah. Anyway, what's going on in the world of science fiction, entertainment, movies, TV, and all that stuff? Actually, before we do that, how are you doing today, Pecky? What's going on?
Thank you for asking. Not too busy, really. Just an ordinary day here, ordinary Friday. So yeah. How about you? How are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just yeah, I was actually streaming before we started, so
Hmm.
I played Sins of a Solar Empire. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about that in the game section.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yep, chillaxing day. That's nothing special. So yeah, I sent
Okay.
you. I sent
I
you the
have everything. Yeah.
what do you call that? The program for our podcast for today. There's not much going on in TV news, so we're gonna just like shortly reflect on that, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, first of all, I wanted to talk about this. Maybe you haven't seen this TV show. F is for Family. Have you seen that?
Not really. I haven't
F is
even
for
heard of
Family.
it.
It's kind of like The Simpsons if The Simpsons were uh, like dark and they sweared a
Hmm.
lot and all of that stuff. It's a pretty cool TV show. I don't know if you know. It's created by Bill Burr. You know, the comedian Bill
Hmm.
Burr. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it's like a family in the 70s, and everything is like, it's funny because it's the 70s, so like all the stuff that nowadays people like, all the PC culture and all the stuff,
Mm.
nothing is like there in the 70s. Everything
Okay.
is like, you know, uh, in your face basically. And there's like racism and sexism and all that stuff, and it's normal during that,
Mhm.
you know, in that period.
Obviously, it was
Yeah,
normal
and
during that.
it's kind of funny because of, not because of only that, but that's part of it. And of course, Bill Burr is like the dad in the family, so he's pretty funny. And yeah, it's a
Mhm.
good show. Season three is coming out, so just wanted to like throw that out there. If anybody enjoys
Mhm.
that type of stuff, F is for Family, check it out. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. Next thing in TV that I saw, where is that? Shira. So
Shira.
there's a you know who Shira is, right?
I know is Hime no
Shira, like
Shira.
He-Man spin-off series. I never watched the Shira series. I watched the He-Man when I was a kid. But
Yeah, everyone watched it.
of course, there's not a reboot of He-Man. There's a reboot of Shira, because nowadays everything has to be PC and feminist and all that stuff, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
like
know, I'm not hating on it. Of course, it might be, you know, but that's just, I'm gonna just say that.
Mhm.
But yeah, basically, Shira looks, the new series looks 100
Mhm.
times worse than the original series, if you can believe it. The
That's good to hear.
the animation. Have you seen the trailer? I sent you the thing.
I saw the trailer and I have to say, my opinion differs than yours. So I like to think that, today that's the standard, that these are the topics that,
Hmm.
children today may be interested in, and this is the style of animation that is going on
That's yeah,
today.
yeah,
So,
okay, maybe.
and she's a teenager here. I mean, if I remember correctly,
Yeah,
in
I
the
think so.
original one, she was a grown-up woman,
Exactly.
that I believe a lot of young boys at the time did. I'm joking, but this isn't
Oh,
like
that's what you're getting at. Okay,
yeah,
could
I don't know
be.
what she did. I
Yes,
don't know what she did. Like
could be.
I'm too young for that, but I didn't. So, but yeah, still, it's kind of like, I would imagine it's like half an anime. It looks kind of something, I don't know, just, you
It looks
know,
anime-ish to you?
A little
I can
bit, a
see
very
that a
little bit,
little bit.
with these huge eyes. Like, oh my god, everyone has huge eyes here. I mean, not that huge, obviously, but slightly larger than they are normal. Look at her. At least the main character, Shira, she has like these huge eyes, which is okay, really. But you know, um, at least that's how I imagine it. Or maybe even
Mhm.
anime has changed today, so it kind of all blends into one big mixture today. That's how I feel. There is not much of a difference. Yeah. Um, okay, so I think if I were not a teenager, if I were maybe 8 to 10, maybe even 8 to 10 years old, I would watch this.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I would
so
definitely watch this. Yeah,
you would
I would
obviously,
definitely watch this if I was younger, of course.
yeah.
I might take a look at an episode or two just to see like how the story is
Uh,
developing. If the story is at least pretty good or something. But yeah, of course, I never watched Shira, the original Shira,
mhm,
at all. I watched He-Man. Uh,
mhm.
but I would have watched Shira, just they didn't play it on Serbian television, of course. Okay, anyway, that's it about Shira. So, and another thing that was kind of a little bit interesting, not that much. I said slow week for
Is it-
TV news.
okay.
Jack Reacher TV series in development. Have you seen the Jack Reacher films?
Uh, I haven't. I've seen the trailers for
Mm-hmm.
it. Obviously, it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That I say, as movies are not that bad, at least from what I've
Yeah,
heard. And my
movies were
brother saw
pretty
them,
good.
so
I was actually
yeah. So
surprised.
I
Yeah.
think that the TV show would be good as well
Mhm.
if Tom Cruise is left. So will Tom Cruise be Jack Reacher in the TV show as
No,
well?
Tom
Or
Cruise will not be Jack Reacher, and the fans are happy about that. Actually,
okay, then that's I don't know. I really haven't seen the movie, so.
fans are happy about that because Jack Reacher in the original books, in the novel, there's
Mhm,
a bunch of novels and short stories, as far as I understand. I tried to find some to read, but I
mhm.
didn't want to spend money on it, so I searched for audiobooks on YouTube if I could find, but there weren't any. So I'm not big into mystery novels and stuff. But yeah, basically
Me neither.
in the
Mhm,
books, the character of Jack Reacher is like a huge monster of a guy,
mhm.
which you can't really say for Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah,
So
he's not that
basically, the
monster-ish.
fans when the movie started were pissed about that.
Mhm,
Even though in the movie Tom Cruise is jacked, like
mhm,
really jacked, his like muscles bulging everywhere, steroids, coming out
mhm.
of his nose and stuff. But still, I guess the fans thought, oh, he's not, he's not huge. He's not a. Oh my god, what's going on?
Huh.
Oh my god! I'm just
What
getting
happened?
seriously. I'm just getting a delivery right now. Fuck. Excuse me,
What
guys.
kind of delivery?
Becky, just talk while I deal with this.
Okay, I want to talk about a TV show that my friend here doesn't want to talk about, and he says like, "Oh, you have to announce them in advance." But maybe this time I can say it without him. Okay, so basically, is this thing still on? Okay, yes, it is. So the thing is, I don't know if you guys have heard of the TV show called Big Mouth. No, probably yes, but I'm just gonna say it's amazing. Even though I'm just recently 28 years old, I find this story about teenagers growing up very familiar. And if I were a teenager now, this is something that should be watchable. Obviously, a lot of jokes are sexual and very adult themed, and even some concepts. But I think it talks a lot. It explains a lot about confusion that children face while growing up. I mean, while turning into teenagers and then grown-ups. So I had a lot of fun watching it. The second season just aired on Netflix, so it's nice. I think there will be a third one as well, so it's nice. I enjoy it, especially the Nick Kroll, whom I actually remember from Parks and Recreation, even though he had a lot of cool TV shows. But here, I believe this is the story of his life in a way that he wanted to tell. Obviously, you can get that from the TV show as well. So for you guys who like such themes, obviously completely sexual, but just very educational as well, I think it's nice. Okay, it has a great rating, and I believe it deserves it. So even is gone. Okay, I can talk whatever I want. I'm joking. So, yeah. Oh yeah. So basically, I think that uh, there is a great cast here. People, the actors, the character design is sort of
Okay, I'm
okay.
back.
Yeah, you're
So,
back.
I
Okay, so I was
apologize.
just talking behind your
Mhm.
back.
Yeah, what did you say about me?
I was talking about the TV show called Big Mouth, and you said like, don't
Big Mouth.
introduce new
Ah,
shows.
okay.
Yeah,
Is that a good show?
actually, it is really good
Mm-hmm.
show. I didn't expect it. I always expected it to be very childish and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's actually very serious. I mean, it deals with this period of life, growing up and stuff, but it's actually really good. It's actually very realistic, even if we take into consideration, the fact that, they have like hormone monsters and stuff. It's actually really nice to watch. So I would recommend to teenagers, if there are any teenagers watching this, just watch this, or even for grown-ups. I found it funny and fun, and I remembered my teenage years while
Mm-hmm.
watching it. So it's nice.
Okay,
I like
cool.
it. Yeah.
I saw it on Netflix. There were like there's trailers for it on Netflix and stuff, and I never really, you know, never
You're-
really got interested enough to play an episode. So I'm gonna check it out now.
Me neither.
Mm-hmm.
Me neither. And then I saw the trailer for the second season. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, maybe now I should watch it. If it's good, then I'll enjoy watching it longer. If it's not good, then I'm just gonna quit after the first episode. But it turns out it's actually is good. I mean, it's not ideal, and it may
Mm-hmm.
not deal with topics people talk about, but I think it very realistically represents this period of life in
Uh-huh.
everyone's
It's
lives.
kind of
Yeah.
like about teenagers and stuff, right?
It's exactly about it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very realistic. That's what I like, and it tries to deal with everything in openly. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
try to hide and so on and so it's I loved it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
that's it. Okay.
That's great.
So do you have anything else to add about?
No. We just talked about Jack Reacher,
Mhm.
about F's family, Shira, and now Big Mouth. So that's it. That's it about
Okay.
television. Let's move on to movies. And
Mhm.
in the movie category, what did we have? Oh yeah. So
I wanted
big
to
thing.
talk about this. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You say first, and then I'll add something.
Big
Yeah.
thing we had today was there is a Pokemon live action movie coming out, and
You skipped one.
yeah okay, so we'll do that.
We'll talk about
next
Pokemon.
time.
Okay, you talk about Pokemon. I don't care about Pokemon.
There's a Pokemon live action movie coming out. I saw the trailer and it's actually good. I was surprised. It looks really good. I was never in my life interested in Pokemon until now, basically. It's Ryan Reynolds is going to be play Pikachu. It's kind of funny, but he's not like just saying Pika Pika. He's actually like speaking to the guy. I don't know if that's Ash or somebody that kid. And yeah, it looks good. The animation looks solid. It looks kind of like Pokemons are integrated in the world.
Into society, yes.
Yeah, into
They're like
society.
a
It's
normal
kind
part.
of yeah. It looks realistic, which is a big surprise. I would never have expected a Pokemon movie to look that good. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I saw the trailer as well, and it does look good. And
Mhm.
I'm telling you this as a guy who really doesn't like Pokemon. Like
Yeah,
for Chan's sake, not
I
like.
never liked Pokemon. I was like never
But
ever interested in Pokemon in my life, and now I
do
am.
you? Yeah. Do you? Is it's not gonna be like some family movie, but it's gonna be something enjoyable for everyone. So I see, and it's just it has something in it, that I cannot explain, except for the cute, fluffy
Yeah,
Pikachu.
cute monsters and
It
stuff.
it
Yeah.
looks very realistic for some reason, and it's just something you wouldn't expect from a Pokemon movie, and that's good. These kinds of adaptations might be mm, might be better suited than just copying. How would I say, copying anime? You know, how's it called, picture by picture or frame by frame, let's say frame
Yeah,
by
yeah,
frame.
yeah.
So just instead of copying them and trying to make them realistic, change the story, make it
Yeah, this is
make it
basically
something like.
Pokemon themed, but it's quite a different thing than people are used to.
Yeah. So I think it's Detective Pikachu. Okay, I think
Yeah,
as a
Detective
kind of
Pikachu,
spin-off, I
exactly.
think it would be okay. It would be okay as a spin-off. Yeah.
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 And actually, I have a little bit more information about that. The person who is writing the script, who wrote the script for this movie, is Nicole Perlman, and I think that's a woman. She wrote the script for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a pretty good recommendations. And Rob Letterman, he's a director, and he directed Shark Tale. I actually like that movie. Monsters vs. Aliens, I didn't like that movie, and Gulliver's Travels, meh, you know. So yeah, so mixed reactions, but yeah, I think it might be good. even though, yeah. And M says Ryan Reynolds will be voicing out Pikachu. That makes it really hilarious. Yeah, it's funny, definitely.
It's true. It's true. Like he basically brought Deadpool to life. Honestly,
So,
I cannot imagine anyone else doing Deadpool. I mean, right now, but maybe before I could have. But now, so maybe he will. He has that funny note, So it's obviously a good choice.
yeah. I think it's kind of like they actually basically made a buddy cop movie, but with cute little furry creatures and stuff. So yeah. I think I'm probably gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna go see this in the theater, or I'm gonna see it later. But I'm definitely going to see it at some point because it seems kind of interesting. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, the thing that I glossed over, and you wanted to talk about is Captive State, right?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay. So I think I've just looked at the trailer. Actually, I haven't even looked at the trailer. So do you want us to play the trailer? Maybe.
I mean, if you wish, yeah.
Let's play the trailer and have a reaction right now. So I'm just gonna copy it onto my Microsoft Edge because I don't have any personal information there, so I can actually play it on the display capture. And let's play the trailer for that movie. So yeah, I haven't seen this, so this is my
there's a chance to watch it again.
It's a lie.
Unemployment is the lowest in history.
Everything they're telling you is a lie. It's a lie.
Whoa, what the heck is that?
Their power is a poison.
Is this kind of like They Live type
Find
of
the courage
movie?
to resist.
I was hoping that it would be, but
Join us. The match has already been lit. Watch for the signs. Wait for the signal. Be ready. The Phoenix will rise.
Phoenix?
The Phoenix will rise. The Phoenix will rise.
You gotta check this out. Damn, yo.
Oh, dude, it's a monster movie. Fuck!
I knew you were gonna react like that.
I was like really interested. I was like, oh, okay, this is something like, and then it's a monster movie.
But actually, it's decade. It says here that it is set in Chicago neighborhood nearly a decade after an occupation by the extraterrestrial force. So basically, I find it interesting because it's so. Since I don't know many things about it, that's why obviously my first reaction was that the same as yours, that it may be a spiritual successor to They Live.
Yeah.
And then my reaction was like, okay, is this put in Cloverfield universe? And I was like, no, because
that would actually make sense. It does.
It has that vibe. It has vibe. Yeah. So yeah. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can just give me your impressions about it.
I mean, the reason why is I like started cursing and stuff is because I was actually getting interested and excited, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be like a They Live type of thing, because they're talking about like politics and and all that stuff, and it's a lie and everything. So I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. We're gonna have like a that kind of thing, and then I saw like Cloverfield kind of thing, and that's why I was disappointed. I'm not saying that it's gonna be a bad movie. Just like the reaction was kind of like because of my disappointment. But yeah, might be interesting. I mean, we have what do we have? We have John Goodman there in the movie. That's pretty cool. And the story is still interesting, even though disappointing in a way. But yeah, cool. So what else do you know about it? Do you have any other information?
I don't know. So I was thinking that maybe you would be interested enough to do a little bit of research on it when I sent you the link, but maybe you weren't. So like, okay.
So you expect me to research your topics?
Yeah, exactly.
When you send me a topic, I expect you already researched it and you're gonna tell me about it. Yeah. So don't do that.
Yeah, that's like
you research the topic.
I know. So it's like I don't know, when we go to the bookstore and then I'm like, oh, this is a nice book, and then I want to go and buy some book, but then I force you to buy a book and then you buy the book. Okay. So something similar to that.
Well, anyway, looks like a cool monster flick. Yes. John Goodman's in there, and the director is Rupert Wyatt. He doesn't seem. Let's see, what has he done before? Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Actually, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Okay. Good recommendations.
Really good movie, yeah.
The Gambler, I don't know what that movie is, but probably is also not bad. Yeah, cool. Okay, so yeah, I changed my mind. I might want to see it.
I might watch it. Yeah, maybe we'll watch it. And then also another thing is that, it may not necessarily be a monster movie. If it is a monster movie, it will be bad. But I think, since the budget is only $25 million, that it might actually focus more on the story about the occupation, let's say, of Earth, and then the conflict between Earth people. And so if it has a good story, I really don't care whether, the aliens are monsters or just some humanoid, like, monsters still, aliens. So I think it's nice. We'll see about that, obviously. So yeah.
The thing that bothers me a little bit is I'm missing those like older type high concept sci-fi movies, kind of like recently. What did we have recently that was that way? Arrival, for example, or Inception to some level. Inception, or what do you call that movie? Interstellar. That type of movie.
Yeah, Interstellar.
Those types of movies, I want to see more of those, and I was hoping this is gonna be something like that.
Well,
and
I don't think it will, but to a very small degree, it might get me interested in the kind of story. And I really want to focus on character development. I think since the budget is very low, I hope that they focus on character development, not necessarily. So it's gonna be like Cloverfield, like 10 Cloverfield Lane or something similar. So if they can do it, like,
if it is, that's good. Yeah. 10 Cloverfield.
That's good.
10 Cloverfield. Oh my god, I can't say 10 Cloverfield Lane was pretty good. Yeah.
So yeah, if they have like maybe the monster just only appear in the end or something. So we'll see. That's the tested formula. They might use it as well.
Maybe. Yeah. Then it could be good. Yeah. Okay. And what else do we have for movies? So we had that and Detective Pikachu, and that's it. I think that's it for movie news. Unless you had something more to talk about.
Not really.
Not really. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to games. So games. So we have missed a lot of games in recent in the last 2 weeks, because we skipped 1 week of podcasts, and like stuff happened during that time. So one thing I wanted to talk about was actually two things. BlizzCon happened, right? and people went crazy. Do you know why?
I don't. Please tell me.
So BlitzCon happened 2 weeks ago, I think, just after our last podcast. I think it was like on the same day of our last podcast, but just as we were finishing up, it was starting, and a new Diablo game was revealed. Diablo Immortal, I think.
Yeah, we talked about it, if I remember.
No, I don't think so.
No, we didn't.
Maybe we
with
talked
someone
about
else.
it in person, or we talked about somebody.
Yeah,
so
could be.
basically, they revealed a new Diablo game, and and the thing was, it was a mobile game, and
Yeah.
the fans
told me
were
that
like booing those two guys. I don't have a clip to play it now, but
Poor
they were
guy.
booing. People were disappointed, and and they were like, "Oh, don't you have a phone? Don't you want to play a game on your phone?" And they were like, "No, fuck you, I want to play a Diablo game."
Swear, man, like,
they were like the crowd was not on their side, and I kind of felt for them. I feel for those people who have to present those things in the crowd.
Okay. Can I just put you on hold? I have
Oh,
some.
yeah, put me on, yeah, just turn off the
just a
microphone.
second. Yeah, you continue working, and then I'll just.
Turn
I'll
off
just-
the microphone, please. Okay,
okay.
so turn off the microphone. Okay, I gotta mute Becky. So basically, the thing was like it was really funny, and I kind of get why the people were angry, because there's a couple of reasons. First of all, I saw this like in another YouTube video. Somebody mentioned this, and somebody who knows a lot more about video games than I do, and it's a good argument that people who went to BlitzCon and they bought tickets, and they bought plane tickets, and stayed and spent money on hotels and all that stuff, went there partly because they wanted to learn about the new Diablo game, right? But and they were hoping to hear about a new Diablo game, a PC game that they could play. They were really excited about that, and so when they heard, mobile game, mostly PC gamer fan base, really went crazy. Another issue that I saw here was that the Diablo game was kind of, I mean, a lot of people were accusing it being a reskin of another like Chinese game that's like the developers of Blizzard developers partnered with a Chinese company, I forgot the name, that did make a similar type of game for mobile, similar to Diablo, and the new Diablo footage looks a lot like the Diablo clone game that this Chinese company made. So a lot of people were criticizing them about this, and all of that stuff. And I get it. I get it why people are angry. In my opinion, is first and foremost, Blizzard is a company that owns this IP. They can do with it, what they want. I mean, it's a company. It wants to make money. They want to earn money. They want to. They really need to, show to their board of directors, okay, the company is making money, and mobile is a huge market nowadays. So I think I understand their decision-making process. I guess the thing is that the fans were really mad because of the issues with the BlitzCon teasing a new Diablo game that was kind of disappointed fans. So I guess that's probably the reason why. What else do we have? Yeah, another so yeah, that's it, since I don't have Pecky to actually reply to this right now. Another thing that is really cool and that appeared on BlitzCon was the Warcraft Reforged. Warcraft Reforged So Warcraft 3, basically they're gonna not do a remaster, so that's why they call it Reforged. It's not a remaster because some of the things are going to be changed. They're adding some new units, I think, and they're changing some stuff. But I guess the base core gameplay of Warcraft 3 is gonna be relatively intact. So gamers who played Warcraft 3, they can just switch to Warcraft 3 Reforged easily. I guess an important issue there is there's going to be easier access to people who want to play like on modern computers. It's gonna be easier to do matchmaking games. So those kinds of things, quality of life things that they're gonna improve. That's another cool thing that they are doing. What else? Yeah, and the skins. I mean, the new reskins, the new graphics look pretty cool. They're way more detailed. The maps, at least the map that they played on the demo on BlizzCon was the map. I don't know if you guys play Warcraft 3, the mission where Arthas basically has to kill a bunch of peasants so they don't spread the plague, around. And that mission looks cool. Like there's new cutscenes, and it's not like just a little bit of a window below with the dialogue, but you can see Arthas, you can see like Uther arguing. They're standing on a bridge. They're looking down on the Stratholme. I think that's the town's name. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. The actual graphics look much better. But they're still not like they're not next level graphics. They look nicer than usual. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I have a YouTube video for that. Let me check if that's it, and let's see it if that is actually in fact it. Yeah. Oh no, that's not it. Let's see, Warcraft Reforged. If we have a short trailer, we can take a look at that. Yeah, gameplay
Hello,
trailer.
I'm back.
Okay, you're back. Okay, so I'm just going to I switched topics. I started talking about Warcraft 3 Reforged, and I'm going to show if I don't know if you've seen that, so I'm gonna show like a short trailer for Warcraft 3 Reforged. I just talked a little bit about it, and yeah, it's good that you came back on time so we can hear your opinion on that. So if you want to take a look at the stream. So yeah, this is gonna be it. Basically, it says work in progress. Effects are not final, but yeah, the graphics look much better. I'm gonna lower it.
Okay.
Yeah, as you can see, like it's not a different game. The characters are moving in a similar fashion. The enemies.
Oh yeah, we talked about it. I really loved it. Okay, when I was a kid, I wasn't that big of a fan of Warcraft. Actually, I wasn't a fan of strategy games.
You can see here like the difference between the Blade Master.
I see it, and I like it. I really like it. When I was a kid, as a teenager, I didn't like it. Then, as I grew up a little bit, then I was like, okay, I liked it, and I was into the story as well. This is something that is worth buying. Honestly, not only worth having and playing, but worth buying.
I know it's kind of like a cash grab, right?
It is, but it's good.
They want to take your money, but still, I'm willing to give my money. And actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because we gotta hear this. Listen to this. This is like a chilling.
Too late. This entire city must be purged.
That's cool. I know if you remember this part from the campaign, you know.
Could be.
Basically, the funny thing is, I already pre-ordered this. Like as soon as it came out, the first day I saw the trailer, I saw the gameplay footage. I pre-ordered it on the immediately the same day. Yeah, purge the unclean, says Pharisee, of course. So yeah, I'm going to be playing it as soon as it comes out. I'm gonna be playing the campaign on stream, and I might even start to practice a little bit of PvP. Who knows? I never played PvP. I played only local PvP, like with friends when I was younger. But yeah. So what do you think? Do you want to buy it yourself?
Of course, I would buy it if I were buying games. I would buy it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't play
and
games.
Also, your PC is not.
Yeah, it isn't really that good.
Although I think it might be able to support this because the graphics are better, but I think the PC requirements are still pretty low for this. So they're gonna keep the requirements low so the older players that didn't want to buy newer PCs can still play this.
I see. Okay, I have one thing to add.
Yeah.
Now that you talk about these kinds of games, I really would like to get Age of Mythology Remastered or done the same thing as to this one. That was a game I really loved. I played that game, and when I say I played it, I did not only play it with cheats, without cheats. I played the heck out of it. Let's say hell, I said heck out of it, meaning that I even made maps for it. You had this map editor, you had this. I mean, I went full on God or something. I don't know how to call it.
You went
in God mode.
Full on Zeus, Poseidon.
Full on Zeus. Yeah, I went full on Zeus in that sense. And what epic battles did I have? Oh my God!
Yeah, that was a good game. Age of Mythology, pretty good.
Just all of them, like all of the gods, and it's like amazing.
Yeah,
and now when you say it, I'm gonna download it and play it again. Thank you very much.
All of the age games I was a fan of. I actually started playing. So my first RTS real-time strategy was Warcraft 2. I first started with Warcraft 2. After that, I think I got Age of Empires 1. I don't know if you ever even played that one.
I saw someone playing it online.
And that one was my favorite. Actually, I played Age of Empires 2, but I was still like an Age of Empires 1 fan, even though objectively the second one was better. But I have those feelings when I remember Age of Empires 1, so it's still my favorite one. But yeah, remastered Age of Mythology, Age of Empires could be a good idea. I guess they might. I guess since we're getting
Empires, they already did it for Age of Empires 2 HD. I think there is something like that. Just let me check. Age of Empires 2 HD. Just type HD. I'm sure there is something like that. Yes. Yes, there is one. There is a remastered version. So that's the one I wanted to play. Why didn't I play it? I don't know. At the time, maybe I was too busy or something. I don't know. I really don't. But they did the HD version.
So they did the Age of Empires 2 HD.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll check it out. Steam. I guess it's on Steam. No, it's on Age of Empires. Yeah,
maybe even one HD. Maybe they even did it. Maybe I'm not sure. But
Chili Gamer says, "What do you think about Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie?" I haven't seen the movie. Yeah.
We were supposed to see it, and then I heard generally positive reviews about it, and that's what I expected. For me, still, I believe that if there were no creative differences between Sacha Baron Cohen and the Queen members, then maybe he could have played. So
Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to. We're going back to movies, but okay, never mind. Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to play Freddy.
Yeah. So, but
that made sense. He really looks like Freddy.
He really, and I don't mean really, looks like Freddy. So, but yeah, Rami Malek did an amazing job as well. So that's what people say. So
I hear it's a good movie. Yeah. It might be a good idea to go and see it if it's still in theaters.
It would be, it would be. So actually, what I heard, what info I heard is that maybe Sacha Baron Cohen wanted to focus more on other stuff, but the movie will now, as far as I know, I'm not really sure. I didn't watch it. People told me that it will focus more on his life, and then very little after his death, or maybe not even at all. Maybe not even at all about Freddie Mercury's death after what happened and so on and so on.
Yeah, but
So
I don't really care that much
care
about that
about
part.
Queen after
Yeah.
his death. Just be honest.
I
be
mean,
honest.
yeah, about Queen. Okay, yeah, but today, so the movie was supposed to be. They wanted to. The Queen members wanted to be about Queen, not about Freddie. That's that's the
Exactly.
issue. Okay, I get it. And he wanted to actually make a Freddie only movie or something.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. But yeah, we'll check it out. But yeah, we're talking about games now. Oh yeah, another thing when it comes to games, another remaster actually. Command and Conquer and Red Alert are being remastered by developers of the former Command and Conquer, games. I mean, of the older ones. So we're gonna get a Command and Conquer remaster as well.
Okay.
Care about that
I don't
at all?
play Command. Yeah,
I loved
not
Command
really.
and Conquer.
It's
I
a-
was
it's
like
a great
huge
series of
RTS
game, and I
fan.
know you
Mhm.
do. But for me, it's like okay. I just was never really into that story. I don't know why. Just it's not a bad game. It doesn't have necessarily have
Oh,
to be.
it's-
Just I wasn't interested in it.
It's a
So
great game
it could be
series
good. It
until
could be an
until they
amazing-
until they
yeah.
made Command and Conquer 3. That was bad. That was just bad. I still played it. I wanted to see the story, but I wasn't like a big fan.
Uh-huh.
So Red Alert 1, Red Alert 2, and Yuri's Revenge, awesome.
Mhm.
Red Alert 3, Tiberian Wars. That was a good game.
Hmm.
I mean, it wasn't great, but it was okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, cool. So yeah, we're gonna see that. I don't know. We don't. I searched a little bit about it. Doesn't have a lot of information about that. And one more gaming thing that I wanted to mention is PC Gamer says Legends of Runeterra trademarked by League of Legends. So you might actually finally get Riot Games second game. So it can finally be Riot.
Oh.
It can finally be Riot Games, not Riot Game. Because they only have one game, League of Legends. That's it. So I don't know. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, they trademarked the name, so there
Yeah.
might be a second game. I don't know if it's gonna be like a MOBA or something else.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we don't know. They might want to make basically a new MOBA game,
Mhm.
maybe. Who knows?
Well, yeah.
Or a card game.
Or- Oh man, really? Yeah, I played League of Legends only because you played it.
Yes.
Honestly, I tried being interested in it. Obviously, I even did the master thesis on League of Legends, but it's just not my game. If I had to choose one game that would be my game, it would always be Minecraft. So, but
Yeah,
this,
you're the
it-
Minecraft guy.
I understand the player. I understand the allure of, let's say, MOBA games,
Mhm.
and that style of playing. And your friend was really into those games,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
obviously,
Your
I understand why people like to belong somewhere. Let's say whether it's a club or a
Yeah.
group or
It's
something.
either,
And I
it's
really
either
felt
Dota
like I
2,
belonged.
it's either Dota 2 or League of Legends.
Yeah. So I understand it, and it really does give you a feeling of belonging somewhere, but I still wouldn't recommend League of Legends to many people. Let's say
Okay.
it like that. Yeah, it's good, for people who like that style. For me, I just don't like it. And there is one big issue for me, and that's the repetitiveness of the game. I'm not used to the games that are very repetitive.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, you
it's
said
okay,
you said
but
you
it's
were
just,
bored. You were bored because there's only one map, right?
yeah, that's literally what I said. No,
But
I'm
the
surprised.
thing is, yeah, I tried to explain like the interesting part wasn't like the changing of maps or stuff like that. It was the interesting part in League of Legends was like to actually be able to beat the other team and to
I know.
outsmart the opponent and stuff like that, and of course to hear 1,000 kids cursing your mother and whatever else you have and calling you a noob and telling you to uninstall the game. That's the fun of League of Legends. right?
Yeah, I mean that kind of reminds me of that famous Bruce Lee quote that he says, "I'm not afraid of a person who knows 10,000 kicks, but I'm afraid of a person who knows one kick but practices it for 10,000 times." Meaning,
Yeah.
but I still don't find it interesting.
Yeah, of
Like,
course. Yeah, it's not. You don't have to.
maybe
That's not
people
it's not your
do
game.
some, but really, I mean, I'm just the type of person, really. So whether it's my own art that I create,
Mhm.
I don't strive for perfection. Like I just want to see if I can do it, like do it and then improve
Yeah,
it.
but that's not art.
And then
That's like
I
League of
know,
Legends is kind of like if you imagine playing football, right? Football is also it has a boring.
Okay, yeah.
It's also football only has one map as well, right?
Mhm.
When I say football, guys, all the American viewers, I mean football. What you think is soccer, right? It's football. Basically, football is boring, right? It's only, but people are interested in it just because of the competitive aspect. That's the thing. It's a competitive game.
For
It's
me,
if you don't like
football
competitive
is
things,
boring.
it's not. Yeah,
I do like
I'm not a
competitive.
big fan of football either.
I'm
But
just-
yeah, that's what
I like
football,
basketball,
basketball,
like,
whatever, tennis, all of that stuff.
I like basketball. Basketball is fun. There is always something happening. There are always these changes, that you can affect. Also, for example, in football, you can achieve, you can score 1 or 2 goals, maybe even 5 in total, maybe sometimes even more. But you expect that to be, and obviously, it's a very appreciated moment. People appreciate, when their goal is scored, and I like it. I even like playing football, but watching it, not so much fun. However, in basketball, there are always these changes. Like one team is leading and the other one is leading, and so on and so on. So if there was a mobile game that had, like, I don't know,
More fast
100 players
paced
versus 100 or something, I don't know, or something
Yeah, you
like just
have it. It's called Fortnite.
okay, so then let's play Fortnite.
You want to play Fortnite? Yeah, sure. We can play.
I wish I could, like, really,
It's,
but I don't know.
I basically don't play Fortnite. I played a little bit of it, but I don't play it because I don't have I don't have like a group to play with. I played with some other streamers a little bit, but then we stopped. And I guess I could play with some viewers, but I'm not that much into it to to ask viewers to play with me. So yeah, I gave up on Fortnite. Basically, I still have it installed and I still update it, but I don't play it. I don't know. I can just delete it. Yeah, that's it. Command and Conquer, League of Legends, all of that stuff. Books. You have anything to say about any books? I have one book to talk about,
please,
and that's
please
it.
do. I wanna, yeah.
So basically, I told you a couple of weeks ago that I got this book, Lightstep Chronicles. So I finished reading it. It's a comic book. It's by Serbian comic book artists, up and coming. They're making a video game as well, and there's a novel coming out. First I started, it was kind of interesting. Some innovative concepts, like some, society that is run by strict customs and taboo topics and stuff like that. And then this young girl who defies it and she gets kicked out. It has some really cool twist endings. It has really good art. So yeah, I think it's no... look at this crazy alien creature. It's no Full Metal Alchemist. It's no Saga, but it's good. It's definitely good. It's definitely worth a read. So when it comes out on Dark Horse Comics, I recommend you guys check it out if you're interested in. It has like a really interesting art style, stuff like this. It's beautiful. Yeah, so it's pretty good. The story is cool. I'm hoping they will do with Dark Horse. They will continue the story because I'm definitely gonna buy more and try to read more. Yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it. All I wanted to say about that. So I read it and it's good.
That's good. So have you thought about creating your own story like that?
Like this? No. So comic books are kind of weird. So because I guess they had a more detailed. So my criticism of this, they had a bit of a more detailed story in mind, I think. but the constraints of making a book, and especially this level of animation is kind of probably taxing on the artist. So artists cannot handle a longer story or a more detailed story. They try to cram the story into short kind of a short format, which is of course common for comic books. But this is a little bit shorter than I was expecting. Actually, that's my only complaint about it. The stories are cool, interesting, but a little bit more condensed than I would like. So yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, what are you reading recently?
I'm actually very close to finishing. Okay, I started Robots and Empire, so I finished reading Robots of Dawn. Now I'm reading Robots and Empire. Listening Robots and
to
Empire.
audiobook,
Yeah, since I do not read that often, and it appears like I'm proudly saying that I'm not reading. It's much convenient for me to listen to books. Okay, I'm just gonna say it out loud. So and I listen to more books. Well, actually, now I can say that I've listened to more books than actually I've read, which is good. So I listen a lot, so that's good. Obviously, this whole serial. I think it's nice that we can follow this whole. Can I use the word opus? No, that's never mind.
You mean the the whole
I forgot the English word. Oh my god, it's really
connected expanded universe of.
Let's say expanded universe. Yeah.
Isaac Asimov.
Yeah, magnum opus.
I don't know if it's magnum opus.
It
is
is
usually considered
it is like. If we consider sci-fi, this could be a masterpiece of sci-fi. All the books, starting with the.
I don't know. I love Asimov, but he's no master writer, though.
In his later works, I think he improved a lot. So first, he started writing short stories and stuff. I like the ideas, so that's why I wanted to be like him in the sense of having these ideas, not being a good writer. Which obviously I'm not going to be. You can be a good writer, really, be an amazing writer. But I think I can be the one with ideas, with interesting ideas, and hopefully someone will use those ideas. So I want to inspire people with my ideas that someone can say, like, hey,
because you do really have good ideas. I guess one thing that would be cool is for us to do some kind of collaboration to work on
maybe on the next
together
books.
Or something. Your idea, I can do the details and
you can develop
execution and develop a story.
So I'm gonna sell you one of my short stories when I finish. It's like, hey, we can be like, just a second, one moment, we can be like Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett.
Ooh.
Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett.
Yeah, Good Omens. Oh my god,
they made Good Omens. Exactly. That's what I have. You listened to the book? Have you read the book?
Yeah, of course, I read it years ago.
Yeah.
It's a great book. I don't think I don't know if I should read it again before the TV show comes out, or if I should just enjoy the TV show. Because I don't remember a lot of the book. A big part of the book I can't remember because it was, I think I read it as soon as it came out. It wasn't even translated to Serbian, so there was like a copy that came to a local, local store in English, and I bought it immediately, and that's it. I don't know. I don't have it anymore. I must have given it to somebody. But yeah. Anyway, we might do a writing collab in the future. Who knows? But yeah, for now, I think that's it. Do you have anything else to say? Vicky?
I think that's okay. Really, nothing else to add.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a shorter podcast this week, but next week
too busy working. Yeah,
and we had some interruptions. I got my dumbbells delivered. Actually, the guy
finally,
said,
oh my god.
Yeah, I got my dumbbells, so I'm gonna be jacked next time. You're like muscles bulging out and everything.
Spoiler alert! That's his birthday present that his grandma gave.
Yeah, that's my grandma's birthday present, basically. Anyway, I think we should end this for now. So yeah, thank you all of you guys for watching. Thank you, Pekki, for joining us. I'm gonna play I'm gonna play the jingle as well at the end. We can play the jingle at the beginning,
be
at the end.
okay.
So yeah, let's play the jingle, and yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. We'll catch you next week. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye, everyone.
See you.
See you.
Bye.